Hello Internet, I am the PC King, and this is a review of the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutations Mix and Match Metalhead. Now, this is a figure I have been looking for some time. For some reason, Walmarts and Targets in my area just absolutely refuse to ship him or any of the other parts of the Wave-In aside from the four brothers. But I went in today and I saw they had a bunch of empty boxes on the floor right in front of the Ninja Turtles display. I started going through the racks and there he was. So with that being said, let's start by taking a good look at the box. As you can see, it comes on your standard Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card back with the four turtles up in the corner and a good idea of what you get inside. On the back, you can see it's the same. You can see your little mutant idea of what you can make with all the parts and a nice shot showing all the other characters there are to collect. And here he is, our new Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Metalhead right outside of the box. And right out of the box, you can instantly tell this is Metalhead. This is a really good rendition of him just as a character, and it really strikes a good balance between the vintage design and the new stuff. So starting off, articulation, you can see the head is on a nice ball joint that does come off, but it can go right back on there. And yeah, the arms are on the same ball joint. This is a mutations figure, so don't expect the best posability with it. You're not going to get any crazy things, but it's more about the fun. He is made of a nice flexible plastic, and the legs are the same way. You can see he's got a lot of detail, but he does have one form of movement that not many others do. And that is right there in the chest, as you can see. You can take that little latch there and bust it right open to reveal a little pizza on the inside. Now, you do have to put that in there. It doesn't come in there from the box, but it is a nice little play feature that I think a lot of kids will enjoy, and you can't even hear it rattling around there. There's literally no sound whatsoever. So you might have gotten a nice little sneak peek at some of these when I was showing them off in the box, but here is Metalhead paired with all of his accessories, and this guy comes with a lot. So starting off, he comes with the arm of Leo, I believe, and that's pretty painted nice, it looks really good, and yeah. And he comes with a decapitated Raph head. Now, I know this has been a point of confusion for a lot of parents, so I'm going to bring it up. I guess they didn't have kids when the 2012 line was a thing. Playmates is not selling you decapitated heads. You just pop the head right off Metalhead, put that Raph head on, if it'll go on. It's a little hard. Anyway, there you go. And yeah, now you can see it has its full range of movement. You can just pop it right back on. It's part of the mutations line. Don't worry, Playmates is not selling you decapitated heads. But I just thought I should bring that up since I've seen a lot of parents talking about it. Now into his actual normal accessories. Here you can see he has a nice bow staff from Donnie, I believe. I don't know. The show hasn't come out yet at the time of recording this, but yeah. And there's a nice little bit on the end there that you can see. And I don't know what exactly that is, but it looks cool, So a little bit different than your normal average bow staff, and that's the same for all the weapons in this line. Here is a Raph Sai, which actually reminds me a lot of when when Lego had the Ninja Turtles license and we did the Lego sets for 2012. Reminds me a lot of how those Sais look. So, just something to keep in mind. You have a nice sword for Leo, made of that shiny plastic, same one as the Sai. And yeah, as you can see, they're different than your normal weapons for the Turtles, but they are still recognizable. And Mikey's nunchucks, which, although not chain like we all want, and probably will never get if we're being honest, they do look pretty cool. Lastly, you get this nice little personal pizza that you saw earlier right in his chest. I do find it weird that it's in that gray plastic when they clearly had a brown plastic. They could have very clearly made the crust of that, but, who am I to complain? It's just a little accessory, and it's neat, But, yeah. And as you can see, there's a nice little detail in there. You got some peppers, some pepperonis, some mushrooms, and just in that nice gray plastic. Now, I already know what you're all thinking. He comes with all these weapons, but where are we going to store them? So as you saw earlier, you can just pop open that chest plate, slide that little personal pizza right in there, and yeah, it locks in nice, no looseness, it all works. Next, you're going to take your bow staff, and you're going to put it in that little hinge there. And yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even realize that. There's a nice little bit of articulation in there I missed. it swivels around, so that's pretty cool. Guess you can have your own choice of where you're gonna display your bow staff or not, you know? Personally, I'm gonna keep it to the right side because that's how it is in 2012, and that is my favorite version. Next, you're gonna take your sight, and I believe it plugs in right. Oh no, looks like it plugs in right there. I guess. Nope, not at all. That work. I guess I don't know. It's not the most stable connection. Maybe up here. Let's see. That does not feel. I guess that works if you want to have it like that. I don't know. Oh man, I think I just chipped part of it. Oh yeah. Well, look at that. Got a little chippage on the side. Okay, so don't do that with your Metalhead. I don't really care. You know, these aren't main weapons I'm going to use, so it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, so I guess that's just the best place for it for the time being. Next, you're going to take your nunchucks, and I think those plug in up there. And yeah, that looks pretty chaos, but yeah, who cares? And now your sword, I guess, goes in here. I'm not entirely certain how they want it displayed. I don't know. I'm going to be careful with it because I don't want it to get scratched, and I guess that works. Yeah, and there's your fully armored Metalhead looking like a true agent of chaos. Alright, lastly, it's comparison time. So here is our new Tails Metalhead right up against all the other Metalheads and some others. So here's my Mutations Metalhead from the 2012 line, who is missing an arm. I'm sure I'll find it. They've packed those things in basically everywhere. And here is my normal 2012 Metalhead that, as you can see, has a more normal range of movement, one could say. You know, more standard. And yeah, and oh my god, wait, what is that? What is that on his head? I've never noticed that before. That is gross. I'll have to clean that off. And here's the new Tails Bishop. Very similar robot aesthetic, you could say. I mean, a little different, but also has a very similar feature, though, with the chest, so that's pretty cool. You know, I like their little new additions. And lastly, Tails Michelangelo, paired alongside his metal brother. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a really fun review, and I hope I get to do more of these in the future. I won't be reviewing the Tails Mikey or Bishop, at least, since I've already gotten those out and messing with them myself, so I don't really have footage of them in the box or anything. But yeah, I do plan on doing stop motions eventually, so be sure to stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!